Hello everyone. Today's session is about Windows Server 2016 online access and online sharing with CentreStack server. So Windows Server 2016 has reached general availability, and it's for cloud for the mass. And now with CentreStack server, and you can see the CentreStack server is in the middle, and it's built on top of the Microsoft Web Platform, including the Windows Server, in this case 2016, the Internet Information Server, which is the browser, and .NET Framework. And now we are looking at a more detailed diagram. So you can see the CentreStack server is still in the middle in the DMZ and sitting on top of Windows Server 2016 in web rows. And it can connect to internal networks such as the Active Directory and the NTFS server network share, or in the Windows 2016 case, you can use storage space direct. So then it becomes a very good file sync and share solution you can control and manage on your own. So with that said, let's take a closer look to what we have here. So we have Windows Server 2016, and this is the base. We are using that in the web server role, and web platform, the IIS, and we are looking at the different web applications in the default website, and each application is has a corresponding application pool. That kind of a little bit more like abstract. So now let's take a look at the user interface, so you will get a more concrete feel of what the solution look like. So this is the management portal. So for you can manage different things, the branding, email services, and all that. You can set it up. And now with this view, the portal view, you immediately see the files and folders. And the files and folders, these are the contents from the internal network share, the test share. You can see the files and folders here that's showing up in web portal. For the internal network share, you may still have the legacy server such as Windows Server 2012, 2008. That's all good as long as it has network share, that's fine, or storage space direct. And you can see the Active Directory is already connected, and then one of the Active Directory user has been imported to the CentreStack server. So then this user is capable of accessing, you can see here, the specific network share exposed by the CentreStack server. So basically the CentreStack server works like a web server, but it can connect to your Active Directory, connect to your network share, and then expose the network share in a very secure way, leveraging the Active Directory identity. And then you can have online access, such as accessing that from a mobile phone, in this case an iPhone 6s here. So you're looking at the files and folders in the iPhone, and those files and folders coming from your existing internal network, a network share, and you are looking at that from both the web platform, the web browser interface, and also from the mobile phone interface. The files and folders are look 100% in between the two, just different views into the same set of files and folders. You may have files and folders view from the traditional network share, or you have files and folders view from your iPhone, from your web browser interface. So the following, we are going to demonstrate the like a text file showing up in both the web browser and then in the iPhone. So we just do a drag and drop into the browser. So the browser for now in the demonstration is on the local host, but it doesn't have to. The solution is built on top of the Microsoft Web Platform, the IIS server. So as long as you have a DNS name for your web server, you have your SSL certificate, then you can access the IIS server from remote locations in a secure fashion. Security with the SSL and the HTTPS, and then the user identity is gated by your internal Active Directory. So now let's go ahead and do Excel spreadsheet. So we can demonstrate accessing the Excel spreadsheet from 3 different locations. One is from the iOS device, a remote location, and the web portal, and also from the traditional internal network, like a Windows 7 machine. So now let's open up the test Excel file from the iOS device. On this iPhone device, we have Office 365 subscription, so then the Excel application is capable of modifying files and save it back. So we just putting a very simple 1-cell text there in a hello from Excel on the iOS device. So now the file, once you get back out of the documentation, then then the file is saved automatically. We just now go back in to double check. The file is saved, and then it's saved all the way back to the file server network share. Now let's take a look from the web portal. So web portal you can open up using the default viewer, and then you can see hello Excel from iOS. So that's showing up in the web portal as well. So new online access from either the browser or the iPhone device. So now what we are looking at the file server share itself, the most traditional way, right? So this is where things get started, the internal network, the Microsoft network, in a local area network way, right? So now everybody is very familiar with this map network drive. So this is the traditional way. From a different machine, a Windows 7 box, we can map a drive to the Microsoft network share, and then we can see the files and folders. So everybody is familiar with this. And over the internet, you may be able to do it using VPN, but VPN is kind of old school. From the iOS, from the Android, from the web, you have different things to set up. It's kind of a little bit cumbersome. So now with one CentreStack server, you don't have to set those up. You don't need to have VPN. You just, CentreStack server is your VPN, and your VPN in a modern way enable online access and online sharing. So now what we are doing here is we are modifying the Excel spreadsheet and the Word document from traditional Windows 7 box with local applications such as Excel and Word installed. So now we're just making modifications there, and then later on we're going to be visiting these documents from web browser and from the iPhone device. So this is traditional way, simulating accessing the files and folders in the office building from a traditional file server. And those file servers could be server 2012, but if you have 2016, you can upgrade that to, let's say, storage space direct and has more cloud facing features. And you can see here now hello Excel from internal network, right? So then whatever you're doing in the internal network, now you can access those files from iPhone devices, right? So let's say you are Bob and your marketing department is to finishing up some collaterals, and then so you're on the go, you need to show your client and your customer. So then you can leave, they can make the change, and the change is showing up in your mobile phone. So as a quick review, this is CentreStack server. CentreStack, with RE instead of ER, like the kind of like a UK spelling, CentreStack. and it's based on top of Microsoft Web Platform, the IIS server, Internet Information Service server, and the .NET framework. So it's a very native addition to Microsoft Windows Server 2016. So then it enables the native Active Directory NTFS permission. So with thread impersonation and all those techniques supported by the web platform, then the CentreStack server can turn the Windows Server 2016 into a file sync and share platform, enabling secure access to your network shares. You have full control, you have security, and you have productivity, right? So this is cloud for the mass, the twist added from CentreStack server. Thank you.